Hi-ho, Nation. It's Harry just off of the ferry. I'm coming into the city to work today, but before I get to work and chained to the desk, we're back with Dennis Wilson out of Southern California. So, Dennis, how you doing, man?
Real good, Harry. Real good. Looks like you've got a little bit of an overcast day there today.
Yeah, we're headed into monsoon, and I always bike when I commute in Seattle. I refuse to drive. It's like saying I would drive into Manhattan, and
Yeah, it just
no.
doesn't. It's not a good idea. I try to do the same
So,
thing. Stay out of downtown LA.
yeah, exactly. So, well, hey, you suggested a topic at our rehearsal that is a really good idea. So, the new study, the annual study from Spiceworks, and folks, just to level set, Spiceworks is a really good friend of SMB Nation. We have had fun over the years. They're a really cool community out of Austin, Texas. Typically, they say they're around 5 million IT pros. So it's a little bit different side of the aisle than the MSP or the channel partner. But Dennis, they do really good research. Could you walk us through some of the findings? First of all, what was the name of the study, and then you take over.
Well, they call it the Spiceworks Ziff Davis, and they shorten that to SWZD.
That's right. They
Why?
got acquired. Yeah, they got
Yeah,
acquired. Yep.
and so it's called the 2001 State of IT, and it's the first one I've seen come out for 2001. So
Yeah.
I'm real excited about that.
Well, hopefully 2021, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 2021. Oh
I'm
God,
joking with you.
I'm
Okay, go
letting my
ahead.
age show. Yeah. Anyway, the key findings are pretty positive. So I wanted to share that with you.
Yeah,
One, and everybody knows this, that the COVID is a business catalyst for most businesses out there. You've either got in small business growth or even um, revenue versus the 30% or so that are decreasing in size. It isn't the whole world going to the hell in a handbasket,
yeah.
as you've seen. I've heard that a lot, but they've got about a third of 2001's budgets, IT budgets, have increased. A third are about the same, and a third have decreased.
Okay.
Um, the overall I'm sorry. They indicated, breaking it down a bit. They indicated that cloud and managed services, which is no surprise to us, has expects to see a bit of a decrease. Software is even, and hardware seems to be on a decrease. And the fifth key finding on this was that the plans to adopt emerging technology, all that 5G stuff and the IoT and the AI, all that kind of stuff, they see as basically going on hold for a year.
Wow. Yeah.
And they're taking that cash. And now we're talking about small business here, not the
Yeah.
mid-size and the large enterprise, because they have all of that in that study. But decreasing, I'm sorry, the adoption of emerging tech for the small business has been deprioritized in favor of more pressing needs, which are basically remote workforce and
Yep.
keeping them alive and secure, and then the
Yeah.
cybersecurity, and those are the two big things. And the only way they can get the budget for it is by taking the budget from new projects and
Sure.
pulling it over onto what they've already got going now and in the remote workforce. So that was pretty interesting, don't you think?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I've again friend of the family, Peter Sy, Twitter handle Super Sy. Peter Sy, but he's the director of research over there, and we've worked, hand in hand or as good friends for many years, and he's come out with a number of studies. And what's really interesting, Dennis, is when you stack up the studies over time, right? So, what you're communicating is a forecast, and it's a lot like a balance sheet. It's a
Mm.
snapshot in time for 2021. Now go back to 2020, 19, 18, 17, and these are his studies are great. I mean, it's quite good. Print it out and do some comparative analysis, and now you too, sir, can be a principal analyst on CNN. So
It works out.
that kind of how it's done. But no, they're doing great work. And the spin shift doesn't surprise me. I'll end on this. And by the way, thank you for walking us through that. I've been meaning to cover that. Um, by analogy, Dennis, and I told this in another interview, but there's a sourdough pizzeria in Kingston, Washington. And a month ago on a Tuesday, I ordered online and I drove down and got my pizza, right? And standard stuff. And when I got there were all these people in Seattle Seahawks jerseys and pizza hats. And I talked to one of the gentlemen, and he said, we're a Seattle tech company, and we're buying pizzas for the community members. And they were just buying a whole pizza and handing it through a car window to someone who drove up. I had already bought mine. It's all good. Let's get the pizzas to the people that need them. But here's the analogy. The spin shift. He said, we had all this money for events in 2020 and there are no events. And so we're taking that money and buying pizzas for the community. So it's analogous to what you're saying, right? That people are shifting their spin. Personally, I'd take the pizzas. But well, hey, Dennis, I better scoot down to my desk where I'm doing some startup activities. So, sir, thanks for sticking with us and coming prepared. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you next time.